Issue 9, your own resilience and well-being. If you follow a lot of the tips that I've given you so far, I do feel that will have a positive benefit on your resilience and well-being. But I think it's about noticing in yourself where you are on the resilience spectrum. Some people thrive on chaos and change, other people find it creates an anxiety in them. If you know that that's the case, then please, both ways, look after yourself. Because if you thrive on chaos and change, it's just as important as if you're anxious, you need to take some time out to rebalance yourself. The real definition of resilience is how quickly can I bounce back to my normal state of being, my modus operandi, so that I can move forwards again. So as I say, everybody's got a different state of being where they're in balance, and each person will be unique and different. You can't do a lot of things at the moment. If one of your pleasures in life was to go to the cinema or the theatre or to go walking with a large group of friends, right now these things can't happen. So I think it's doing the small things that give you pleasure. If you are finding that it's very difficult to focus on work, don't beat yourself up. Take yourself off. There's no point in spending more time just going deeper and deeper into something where you're not going to achieve, and you may make mistakes. So take yourself away, get up, get a different perspective, maybe ring a work colleague and focus on something else and have a conversation more based on emotions and feelings, so that you come back refreshed, and then mentally your acuity is improved and you can then focus back on work. So in effect, it's taking yourself away from what you're doing just momentarily to do something else. In terms of tips, what about dancing around the kitchen to your favourite pop song, mine's Chaka Khan's I'm Every Woman, or reading something, or watching an inspirational TED talk, or looking at some quotes, or maybe doing a guided meditation, or a small walk around the garden with a cup of tea, or maybe doing something lovely with your children for 5 or 10 minutes. And then that will refresh you, re-energise you, and get you back into balance. One of the things that we have to be very careful about is that I feel each one of us has I don't want to call it a drug of choice, but something that we do when we're feeling a little bit anxious and less resilient. It might be the extra glass of red wine or the extra packet of biscuits. It is very hard when you work from home to not just go and raid the food cupboard. So again, if you feel like you're going to want to eat something or have a glass of wine a bit earlier than you might do, go off and do something different, something energetic, perhaps a bit of gardening, and then that'll stop that craving. A little of what you fancy does you good, but a lot of what you fancy probably doesn't.